From Boca Raton, Florida, the home of Lynn University and site of the 2012 final presidential debate, this is Beyond the Brief.
Welcome to Beyond the Brief. I'm Fernando Arias.
And I'm Matt Perpich.
Today marks the second day of Lynn University's 50th anniversary.
That is right. Lynn has events such as special anniversary reception today. There's also coffee with the president, picnic by the pool, and ending with a live concert of Passion Pit tomorrow night. Lynn alumni Vina Tran shares her success story. She is the new owner of New Beauty, formerly known as Tipsy. Jessica Bugan reports.
Lynn University has a strong sense of community that doesn't stop after you graduate. We're here today with owner of New Beauty Salon, Vina Tran, to share her success story.
My name is Vina Tran. I graduated from Lynn University in 1999. Has been an active alumni of Lynn University since then.
What do you study at Lynn University?
I study as business administration and concentration in accounting and taxes. Yeah.
How did you venture into this opportunity to open the salon?
Well, it was interesting. I started this opportunity as I was an accountant of the company before. Originally, it was Tipsy, and I was an accountant for Tipsy's company for quite a while. I loved the idea, the concept with getting your hair done, your nail done, and have a drink and relax and just cheers and release all your stress. Well, we definitely can have Lynn students come in here after a test, come in and relax, okay? And we, if you haven't been here before, I would invite you guys to come in.
We're here with New Beauty Bar's youngest customers. What's your name, sweetie?
Olivia. And George.
How do you guys like the New Beauty Bar?
What? Yeah.
Do you guys like to get your hair done?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing at the salon? The haircut?
The haircut.
Okay. As you can see, Lynn University prepared Vina Tran for success. Come in and mention Lynn for a special discount. This was Jessica Bugan from Beyond the Brief. Bye.
On March 14th, the Lynn community had the opportunity to hear guest speaker Rivka Rosenbamat. She shares her story and the tribulations and hardships her and her family had to live through during the Holocaust. Jennifer Maria reports.
Today, Lynn University students got the opportunity to listen to Rivka Rosenwald, a Holocaust survivor who told us her story.
My husband happened to survive both of these camps and managed in 1945 to arrive to Israel, and for the first time he wasn't afraid.
I was an infant, so I don't know much. I know it was very tough times for my mother, for instance, who had her elderly parents there, and she had my sister and me, and it was a very difficult time.
And most of the survivors who are still alive, there are not many anymore because they are older.
After her speech, Lynn University students got the opportunity to get involved and ask some questions. But what did they learn?
When your husband left the camps and you met him, was there ever a point where he lost faith in God, or lost faith in his religion?
My husband came out from a very secular family. They were not too religious.
It's something important to know, to see what happened outside of the Holocaust as well.
A lot of survivors that come from such a terrible event and they see kind of the same things happening throughout the world and the same people turning their backs on them, like the world turned their backs on the Jews in Europe during the Holocaust. How do they live with that, continuing. You know, I've never really heard a Holocaust survivor speak before, even though I was in Israel. They're very rare to find, and coming to see one finally was pretty rewarding and pretty special to see, because it's like an artifact that's going to eventually expire.
They told me if I could plan some events. I'm Jewish. My great-grandmother actually escaped the Holocaust, so since I got here, I've been 3 years here, and I've never heard anything about the Holocaust, anything about how Jews were prosecuted. So I called the Holocaust Memorial just to see if they had someone who can come and speak about their experience, and they told me that Rivka Rosenblatt actually spoke in various schools, so I contacted her. I like her story. It's important for people nowadays to know what happened in the Holocaust, even if it was a long time ago.
My husband, who had a number on his arm, who was a Holocaust survivor, he took it upon himself to educate children, since in Florida it's a must to teach the Holocaust. And I was very proud of him. So after I recuperated from his passing, I decided I'm going to do that too, and I also volunteer at the Holocaust Memorial on Miami Beach.
This event allowed Lynn University students to reflect upon life's struggles, such as living the heat of the Holocaust, in order to make a difference. Hopefully, our community will be encouraged to learn more about topics like these in the future. This was Jennifer Murillo for Beyond the Brief.
Farmer Jay, unlike many farmers and organic food providers, is very open about his clean approach to farming. He refrains from any use of pesticides and fungicides. After presenting in front of many faculty members and the Sustainability Committee at Lynn, Farmer Jay opened his farm up for personal viewing that will help expand on the importance of healthy food raising. Sydney Pitnam reports.
This is Sydney Putnam reporting for Beyond the Brief.
On Thursday, February 28th, Jason McCobb, better known as Farmer Jay, presented his all-natural farming technique to members of the Lynn community during a Sustainability Committee meeting. Due to Lynn's recent plan to significantly lessen its carbon footprint and take on a university-wide eco-friendly approach, Farmer Jay's hobby-to-occupation passion fit the protocol just perfectly.
Great thing that you guys are doing here, working towards sustainability. There's so many different things you can do.
In a recent visit to West Delray Beach, where one of Farmer Jay's 2 farms is located in southern Florida, he discussed his very keen methods for raising animals and crops, straying away from any pesticides and fungicides throughout the process.
If you always keep animals moving, then parasites never catch them, and you avoid sickness and don't have to use antibiotics and things like that. So
he made this known to be something very rarely done, which makes his procedures exceptional.
So behind us you see my mobile chicken coop, and it's a unique situation. I have a pig back here, you can see behind me, that's Pearl. And typically a pig and chickens don't go together, but I've had her since she's a piglet, so she's trained well not to eat the chickens. And they work together in preparing the land.
Much produce sold in grocery stores is internationally imported, so many consumers don't truly know all the details of their ways of growth. However, Farmer Jay is very careful about each step that he takes on his farms.
See them eating some food scraps that I collect from local restaurants to offset feed costs, and it also gives them something nice and healthy to eat. Getting the greens and stuff adds minerals to their diet and things that they might not get from grain.
Farmer Jay's closest focuses as of now have been raising chickens for laying eggs and growing produce that he sells to local restaurants such as Max's Harvest, located in Delray Beach. However, he has many other animals on his 20-acre farm that are all part of his very well cared for setting.
I do. My donkey friends. They keep that around their eyes to keep the bugs and stuff from them.
For means of conserving, Farmer Jay finds a way to even make use of scraps from the animals' past meals. Everything part of his farms is ultimately utilized.
So it's a sustainable choice, and what they don't eat I either turn into what I call kitchen scrap soup. Is basically you make like a veggie stock out of it, and by cooking the vegetables they'll eat everything. There's no waste at all, and then the liquid can be used as like a tea for the plants that we spray on another property that I have where I'm doing some growing. And then what's not utilized is composted. We turn it into food for the plants long term.
Farmer Jay's style not only opened the eyes to those at Lynn, but also the eyes of others in the larger community about the importance of going natural.
This is Sydney Putnam signing off. Now back to Beyond the Brief.
Father Street from the University of Notre Dame came to Lynn to share the nuts and bolts of procuring high-profile financing from nonprofit initiatives in developing countries, as well as the priceless benefits of investing in the well-being of those in need. Melissa Montgomery will report.
Tonight, Lynn University has the privilege of having one of Notre Dame's Father Strite, speak about why Haiti matters.
Yes, of course, Haiti. Haiti matters very, very much. People say to me, you've been going there, you've been living there on and off for 20 years, you must love Haiti. No, I don't like Haiti. It's a terrible place. It's like, in some ways, caught in a time warp of a couple centuries ago. For a variety of reasons we could spend discussing until the morning and not agree. No, it's not Haiti that I like, it's Haitians that I like.
From a Haitian's perspective, what did you think about the lecture this evening with Father Strite?
Well, first of all, I think it's very positive in many sense. It's not just a person who is going to Haiti or has gone to Haiti to help the Haitian, but he has a very specific purpose and is in a medical or biological field where they have pinpoint a problem that needs to be dealt with, and this is the right approach.
Father Strite, now why does Haiti matter so much to you?
Well, it matters because there are people there who are our brothers and sisters, and there are a lot of needs there. So it's where people are in need, we should all try to answer.
I got out of the lecture tonight why Haiti matters. You know, there's a lot going on in Haiti that we don't even think about. Obviously, here at Lynn University, we know all about the earthquake and everything that the impact that had on our community, but we don't really realize on a lot of what else is going on in Haiti and what we can be doing that's very simple to help the Haitian community.
This is Missy Montgomery reporting for Beyond the Brief.
That looks like a fun experience. It is always amazing to see whom Lynn is able to bring in these days. That is the end of the show, but the celebration of the 50th anniversary is just getting started.
Absolutely. Remember to check us out on Twitter and Facebook. Just search Lynn IPOS. I'm Fernando Arias.
And I'm Matt Perpich. Have a great week as Lynn celebrates its 50th anniversary.